Hi, how are you?
Good evening, Sam. How's it going?
Good, thank you.
Good evening.
All right, having some technical difficulties. It's saying I don't have permission to go live on YouTube. Um, Julio, do you want me to try again? I've
Uh,
tried 3 times.
yeah, try one more time. If it doesn't work, we're recording so we can
Yes.
upload the video tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
who did,
telling me I don't have permission to live stream. I don't know what that is. Okay.
who did you want me to start the webinar?
Yes.
Okay, we're live.
And I think we need a few more folks for quorum. Maria, do you happen to know what our magic number is for quorum?
Our magic number is 23.
Thank you. Uh, and I believe we just hit 23. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get started. Good evening, everyone. My name is Julio Peña. I'm chair of Community Board 7. We are holding our meeting virtually and under the governor's emergency disaster declaration. This meeting will comply with the open meetings law, so those attending virtually count towards quorum. So we're going to go ahead and call the roll for attendance, and I will turn it over to Maria.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I will be calling your name. When I call your name, please unmute yourself and say present or here. And once you've done that, please mute yourself once again. Thank you. Diana Aguilar.
Present.
Thank you. Grisela Amador.
Present.
Thank you. Damian Andrade. Jalia Bailey. Joan Body.
Here.
Thank you. Gladys Bruno.
Present.
Thank you. Jerry Chan.
Present.
Thank you. Esteban Chavez.
Here.
Thank you. Richard Cador.
Here.
Thank you. Harry Conte. Maria Cruz.
Here.
Thank you. Danny DeBeer.
Here.
Thank you. John DeLuper.
Here.
Thank you. Gabino Morales Escamilla. Cynthia Felix. Matthew Florkenwicks.
Present.
Thank you. Jamie Freed.
I'm just me.
Jamie Freed. Ken Fung.
Present.
Thank you. Xiomara Garcia.
Present.
Thank you. Diana Gonzalez. Hector Gonzalez.
Here.
Thank
Here.
you. Tylisha Gonzalez.
Here.
Thank you. Nicole Huang. Nicholas Jackson.
Present.
Thank you. Dan Kaminsky.
Here.
Thank you. Jeremy Kaplan.
Here.
Thank you. Aaron Keith.
Here.
Thank you. Wei Ko.
Yeah.
Thank you. Paul Mack.
Here.
Thank you. Excuse me. Antoinette Martinez.
Here.
Thank you. Jonathan Martinez.
Present.
Thank you. Rosie Mota.
Here.
Thank you. Julio Pena III.
Here.
Thank you. Michael Pepin. Karen Rolnick. Joanna Romero. Patricia Ruiz.
Here.
Thank you. Tamara Santiago.
Present.
Thank you. Sam Sierra.
Present. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you. Kalina Surma.
Present.
Thank you. Michael Tom. Faye Walker.
Here.
Thank you. Catherine Walsh.
Here.
Thank you. And Cesar Zuniga.
Present.
Thank you.
Maria,
Roll call.
I'm also present, Cynthia.
Okay.
Sorry. Thank you.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Karen Rolnick, I couldn't unmute in time.
Okay. Okay, roll call has been done.
Thank you so much, Maria. So we have a quorum. Uh, those of you who served on the board in our early 2020s, this is a little bit of a throwback, holding our board meeting virtually, but we'll make it work. Welcome again to the February board meeting. Board members should have received via email the board packet along with the agenda. Is there any motion to adopt the agenda as presented? So moved by Pat, seconded by Sam. Thank you. Is there any objection to adopting the agenda as presented?
No.
See, thank you, Gladys. Seeing or hearing none, it is so adopted. Moving on to our minutes from the January 21st, 2026 board meeting. Is there a motion to adopt? A motion by Pat,
Second.
seconded by Joan. Is there any objection to adopting the minutes as presented? Seeing or hearing none, so adopted. Now we will move on to public comment. This is for any member of the public who wishes to comment on an item on the agenda. If you are here and would like to speak during public comment, you can use the raised hand feature in Zoom and we will call on you. Last call for public comment. If you'd like to raise your hand. Okay, I see none. We will move on to the agenda. Moving on, we have a couple of committee reports this evening, starting with Education, Health, and Human Services. I will turn it to Jonathan and Rosie if they'd like to add anything to.
Julio, there was on the chat, somebody put something about the public comment.
Go. Yes, the public comment is for it's either on the agenda or just in general. If I miss someone, please raise your hand. Okay. Jonathan and Education Committee, just give me this 1 second.
Hi, Julio. Mimi Bluestone has their
Yeah.
hand raised.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay, you're
Mimi,
welcome.
you can unmute yourself and you'll have 3 minutes.
Hi, thank you very much. I appreciate this opportunity. I'm from an organization called 350 Brooklyn. We're an organization that focuses on climate issues, and I just wanted to let people know that we have a program tomorrow evening at the Brooklyn Public Library at Grand Army Plaza about battery storage and energy storage systems, which are coming to Brooklyn. And they're somewhat controversial, but there's a lot of work that's been done to make them safe. And they have enormous potential to make energy more affordable for New Yorkers and to eliminate the need for Con Ed to build very expensive new plants. So we have this program tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock at the library at Grand Army, and we have some experts from New York State who have worked on the safety standards. We have someone from Brooklyn College who's done a lot of work with communities on this issue because people are concerned about safety, but there's the safety record is actually excellent because of New York State leading on safety issues, and it has the potential also to make renewable energy serve us not only when the sun is shining and the wind is blowing, but to store the energy from renewables. So I just wanted to let people know that we have this program, and I appreciate the chance to share information about it. Thanks very much. I can put information in the chat if that's okay.
Sure. Thank you so much. Moving on to, I see Katie wants to give public comment. Roxanne,
Yeah,
oh, wait,
Roxana.
there were two of you. Now there's only one of you. Okay.
Yeah,
Katie, why don't you
Roxana
go
wants to give
ahead?
comment.
Okay, I'll go ahead. Just as a comment, this is related to an invitation to anyone who would like to join as a group of neighbors on 54th Street. We are organizing an event on Friday, March 6th. So that's next Friday. And we are sharing the renderings of a mural that we've all been working on over the with our neighbors over the last couple of months. The site of the mural will be on the Citibank building, which is on the corner of 54th and 5th Avenue. This site actually has been the home of a mural for now it's like 40 years. There's been 4 iterations, so this will be the 4th one. So we're really excited about it, kind of continuing the spirit of celebrating Sunset Park, the history, diversity. The event itself will be hosted at Sunset Stoop on Friday, March 6th. It'll start at 7 o'clock. It'll go to midnight. Sunset Stoop, it's 4114 Fifth Avenue. It is a bar, so it's 21 plus. We'll do future events that don't have that requirement. And we'll share the mural. We'll have live music. I'm really excited about that. With live music, we'll have DJs. So if you're interested, come on by, and we hope to see you there.
Thank you so much, Katie. Moving on to Roxana. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, this is Roxana Benavides, the branch manager at the Sunset Park Library, 5108 4th Avenue. And just wanted to share that this Saturday we will be holding a celebration of Lunar New Year. And we expect that everybody can join us. I will be posting more information on all the programs that are coming in March. And I just wanted to share that we want to see everybody this Saturday at the Sunset Park Library. We will have a story time in the morning, and then at 1 p.m. we will have a wonderful celebration with performers, and then there will be also grab and goes for all the kids and teenagers. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I see another hand up from Suyapa. You can unmute yourself.
Good evening. I'm not sure if you can either hear me or see me.
We can hear you, yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. My name is Suyapa Blanco Hernandez, and I am the new executive director of United Senior Center. I'm happy to be here. Pleased to have taken over a great center Grisel has been amazing, and I just would like to invite everyone to our Dominican Republic Independence celebration that will take place on March 6th. We had to postpone it from this week because of the snow. So everyone is welcome. Please come and join us. It's going to be fun. We have DJ and a lot of raffles and things going on during the day. Thank you.
Thank you. I see another hand up from Alyssa.
Hi, everybody. Oh, there's my name. I'm speaking. So many exciting events happening in Sunset Park right now, so that's awesome. I'm excited to also add to the mix. I'm Alyssa. I work at Target Margin Theater. We're on 52nd between 2nd and 3rd. We have a production happening right now called This Is Real. It's based on the work of John Genet, if anyone's familiar. But what I'm really excited to share is we have specific Sunset Park discount codes, and I will put that in the chat. You can only find this code.
Sorry, Lisa, you got disconnected.
I don't know if oh, I'm back. That was pretty much it. I'm going to put the code in the chat. Would love to see you guys there.
Thank you so much. Moving on to Alexa, or you can unmute yourself.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So more Brooklyn Public Library representation here, but for Windsor Terrace. I just wanted to make sure that everybody is aware that we have an English conversation group that is volunteer-led and open for all levels on Thursday evenings from 6 to 7:30. We've started to see an uptick in people attending, and I want to spread the word out. All are welcome. And I will post some more information about this in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Now, thank you, everyone. Moving on to our committee reports, and back to Jonathan and Rosie.
Hello, everyone. We only had a meeting with Tulip Behavioral Health, and this was with Dr. Erwin Schlinder, and that's pretty much our report. They just do mental health clinic services for adults, adolescents, and to the rest of the community. I mean, if you have any questions or would you like to know more about them, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to share their information. Other than that, that's the report for today. And if you want to add anything, Rosa, feel free to do it.
Just only to acknowledge that February is also National Black HIV/AIDS Awareness. Just want to make a plug for everyone to know your status. There has been a rise in HIV cases in New York City, especially with Black and Latino, since the last report, which came out in December from the Department of Health. So I just want to remind people, please talk to your neighbors, your friends, everyone get tested. And just overall, it's time to do annual exams and to, be up to date with any medications. And also, hopefully we can bring more information later on about Medicaid. Make sure use your healthcare while we have our healthcare. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosie and Jonathan. Any questions for the committee or the committee report? Okay, moving on to our joint committee meeting with Economic Development and Small Business and Transportation. I will turn it to Damaris, Katie, or John.
Maris, I can jump in if you're there.
I'm here. You can jump in and I'll follow you.
Okay, sounds good. So we did a joint committee meeting. I would encourage you, if you can, to look at the notes and also look at the attachments that were included in some of the links. So I'll just say that first presentation was on the New York City industrial plan. The city had released the plan and the recommendations just at the end of the year. There had been a request for feedback. Community Board 7, we didn't formally submit any kind of feedback or testimony because we didn't. But what we decided to do was grab them and have them be able to come in at the start of this year so that we could at least have the plan introduced, better understand it, and be able to share it out with the committees and for CB7. So I'll just say the industrial plan, the recommendations are how to support industry across New York City, and thinking of the opportunities that this provides for workforce, for the economic backbone of New York. I'll just say that the report itself does go into a lot of specific detail, but in particular, I think it's worth noting that about CB7 has about 10,000 industrial jobs. And so our district kind of is about maybe slightly more the percentage of industrial jobs than others, which might not be surprising to you considering how we're zoned and also considering some of the opportunities that we have along the waterfront, right down at like Brooklyn Army Terminal, 60th Street Rail Yard, and Industry City. So they presented the recommendations. Again, you can look at like specific CB7, you can zone in. They made a point to say that this is not a set of zoning changes. It's just recommendations that could inform future zoning. And so just to say at this point, really, it's been passed to the next administration, and we have to see from this current administration how they plan to approach industrial development. So I'll just kind of leave it at that. And there's a lot of detail in there. There was another presentation that we had from UPROS. So in the actual meeting, they didn't present slides. They didn't present on the special purpose district or the grid 2.0. However, we did get some slides after the fact that we then included as part of the minutes and part of the attachments. So again, would encourage everybody to look at that. So we had Ahmed Perez from UPROS talked about the Grid 2.0 plan, around some of the history behind it and the community engagement that had been done, and specifically talked about the creation of a special purpose district for Community Board 7, and being able to consider, what the opportunities would be from creating a special purpose district. So they were there, and they were in follow-up to their presentation. They also had a petition that they shared with people to ask them to sign on to it. So there were a couple of questions that came up as well, about some of the comparisons, some of the benefits. And then let me just make sure I'm not missing anything else. And those were the two, in summary, those were the two presentations. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Anything to add from your other chairs?
Sorry, I was looking for my button. I got it. So you guys could see me and hear me. I'm not going to repeat Katie. It was a lot of information, so I won't be redundant, but I do want to say, John DeLooper, you write some awesome minutes. I wish I could take you to work with me. So thank you for this. It's very informative. I'll be very honest. I think it was a very good meeting. I'm so happy that we did it jointly, being that Katie is so well involved, and John DeLupa takes great notes, because it is a lot of information. So I just want to say, for everybody that wants to loop in, if you haven't, these are really great minutes to start with and get some notes and information, because I read it, I hear it, and it's just a lot. And like she just said, with the new administration, we don't know where some of these things are going to land. I do want to touch also, I know, I think it's John, always asks for more meetings, and absolutely, I agree that we have to meet more often. Economic development, small business, if anybody has any suggestions on small business that we don't really have, don't touch much about, we do focus on what's going on the waterfront. So anything that we can incorporate into this committee. If I'm still here, you can email me. I just sent in my application again. which came due now. And then the other thing, I do want to remind everybody that we do meet with EDC and our board chair reports on that every month. So we are, in contact, and this is something I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Julio, but I think we started this almost 2 years ago when we heard that Manhattan was doing it that way. And with everything that's going on in the waterfront, even if we can't always bring it to a meeting right away, because we do have a lot of meetings, we did agree that if, to do this monthly with them, and I think it's worked out pretty good. That's my take.
Thank you, Damaris. I see a question from Damien.
With the EDC meetings that both of you guys attend to monthly, any chance can other board members attend those monthly meetings as well?
Right now it's myself, Damaris, and Katie. Jeremy used to attend. I don't have any reason why not. Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah, I would definitely appreciate if we could get some Zoom links for those meetings, especially if you guys take down notes, if that could also be shared with the full board as well.
Yes, and my notes will be in my chair's report later on.
Perfect, thank you.
So moving on to, I see a hand up from Jeremy Kaplan.
Yeah, just actually a quick question about the EDC meeting. I remember in January, I think Katie was asking questions about the public records and having a conversation about sort of the connection to public records and allowing community space with the Made in New York campus space. I was wondering, was there any follow-up? I know that I guess questions were asked, but just curious if there was any more of a response from EDC about that relationship that Public Records now is sort of in charge of a community space.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Julio.
Katie.
Okay. So I'll jump in. Okay. So just to backtrack and say again, EDC, right, manages so many of these properties, Brooklyn Army Terminal, you've got this Made in New York campus. As a part of that, these are public, right? They're public assets, they're managed by them, they're assets. And one of the things that they have, all of these spaces have, are beautiful, some better, more functional, right? Otherwise, but basically these beautiful spaces that everyone should know about, that everyone should be able to use. And what Jeremy's talking about is specifically Public Records is going to be taking over the space, right? They're leasing out the space that's the Made campus, which is the one that's down on 42nd Street and First Avenue. And so what does it mean then to be able to still have public access to that while you have somebody leasing it out? So in summary, we talked to EDC about this in general, even before it was specific about public records. And we said, and I'll share a link, you can go and look how to book, right? You can look, oh, I want to book something. I'm a community organization. I want to book something at Brooklyn Army Terminal, but actually it doesn't feel accessible at all. It doesn't feel accessible to be able to book a space. So they haven't even started to build out what it would look like to book the Made campus. But we said, even for the spaces that you currently manage, they are hard to access. And so we wanted to give them some recommendations on changes that we could make. So it might be, again, in Julio's report, but Jeremy, you gave some ideas of how to make it more accessible. And we gave that to EDC. Now we just have to give them a little bit of time to implement them, but we raised a bunch of those issues. And what we raised was this question of, what will it look like for public records? Are you going to use the same type of booking system? So they know that we're focused on this, definitely, in terms of public access for these spaces. I hope that's a good enough update. And then Julio can maybe share otherwise.
No, that's exactly what I was going to update, Katie. So thank you. Okay, moving on to Parks and Environment. Although we did have to postpone that meeting, there is some time-sensitive information we wanted to bring to the board this evening, so I will turn it to Diana or Esteban.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So let me see if I can share my screen first. Oh, I can't.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you should be able to share now.
Okay, awesome. Let's see, share screen. Okay, can you guys see the presentation on the
Yep.
screen? Okay, wonderful. So the Parks and Environment Committee, we were invited to the first Cultivating Connections Brooklyn Parks and Open Space Conference. It's a biennial conference that they're hoping to start off, and this year will be the first year. It's supposed to take place on March 28th, 2026. In order to attend, we need we need the community board to pass our resolution supporting us attending this conference. There's no fee. It's just something that they just want the community board support behind. So I'm just going to show what we prepared. It shouldn't be anything controversial, so we just want the committee to sign off on this so we can send this over as soon as possible. Yeah. Is anyone opposed to us attending or have any questions they want to ask? This is the first time they're presenting this conference, so I don't have too many answers, but I'm happy to share what I know.
Yeah, so I'll also add CB9 had presented at I think it was the December Borough Board meeting about this proposed um, uh, parks conference with all of the Brooklyn community boards. It's a very exciting opportunity. I don't think this has ever happened before, and I think there's a lot to talk about, and folks seem really excited about it. And so they're asking for boards to pass a resolution uh, in support and in favor of the proposal. And I'll just read off some of the language in the therefore be it resolved. The Brooklyn Community Board 7 endorses and supports the Cultivating Connections Brooklyn Parks and Open Space Conference. That we encourage local residents, community gardeners, park advocates, educators, youth leaders, and organizations within CB7 to participate. Commits to promoting awareness of the conference within our district and prepare and deliver a 2-minute presentation at the conference highlighting our district parks, playgrounds, and community gardens, along with our community green space concerns, challenges, and vision for the future. Is there any questions on I see a hand up from Joan and Pat. Joan?
Hello, Joan.
Yeah, you have a question, Joan?
Yeah, I have a request. Prospect Park intends to build ramps over Park Southwest. An engineer was to my home to measure our foundation to make sure that it is strong enough to support what they will be building. I would like Prospect Park to come to our board and give a demonstration and have a discussion on exactly what they intend to do, how long it will take, what it involves, so on and so forth. This is not a small endeavor, and they have come to us with a number of things, but never this. And it seems that this will be taking place not too long from now. So that's my request.
Yeah, I think we can certainly make that request. Pat, I saw your hand up, but now it went away.
No, I'm ready. I was just curious.
what is CB7's 2-minute presentation and who's going to give that presentation?
That's a great question. That would be Diana and Esteban to prepare. I believe CB9, when they shared the invitation, they also shared some guidance on what they're looking for. But it's just a presentation on our park priorities, our challenges, and what we want to see for our parks. And that can include Prospect Park because we share a border, or our parks within our CD7.
Any chance we can see that before?
Sure, I don't see why not.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hi, Pat. You can also, take a look here at this slide. We welcome any community input. So if you have any suggestions on the presentations, please let us know. We'll add it.
I just would like to see what you guys are presenting and writing. Thank you.
Okay. So Diana, would you like to make a motion in support of the resolution to join the Parks Brooklyn Conference?
Sure. Okay. Motion to approve the resolution to attend the conference, the Cultivating Conference.
I'll second.
Seconded by Sam. Thank you.
Thanks,
Uh,
Sam.
is there any objection in support of the resolution to participate in the conference? Seeing or hearing none, it is so moved. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you. Maria, never mind. I saw a hand up, but it went away. And give us 1 second. I think we have Councilmember Hanif joining us. Okay, so there are two ICRAs. So, Councilmember, can you please raise your hand so I know which one is the correct person to? There we go. Thank you so much. There you go, Councilmember. Go ahead.
Give me like 2 minutes to just set myself up here.
No worries. While we wait, let's do
Second roll call.
the second. Thank you, Sam. You read my mind. Maria, let's do the second roll call.
Okay, so I will be calling the names of those that weren't present with the original roll call. Once you hear your names, mute yourself, say here, and then once again, mute yourself again. Damian Andrade. Damian.
Here.
Okay,
Wait,
thank
sorry, I
you.
was trying to mute.
Jalia Bailey. Carrie Conte.
I'm here.
Thank you. Gabino Morales Escamilla. Jamie Freed. Nicole Huang.
I'm here.
Thank you. Michael Pepin. Joanna Romero. Michael Tom.
Here.
Thank you. Okay, second roll call done.
You never called me and I wasn't here for the first roll call.
Diana Gonzalez. Let's see here. Oh, Diana, yes.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Maria. Councilmember, are you ready?
I'm ready. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Please go
Thank
ahead.
you so much. It's great to see you all. Well, those who have your videos on, and just I hope you're safe and warm after the blizzard. My office has been connecting volunteers with neighbors who need further assistance or just any general assistance with clearing the snow, ice. Anyone needing help can contact our office email, district39@council.nyc.gov, or our or call our office 718-499-1090. And this information is available on our council website. And we also have a form that members of the community can fill out, available on our social media pages. As chair of the Committee on Disabilities, I'm holding my first hearing jointly with the Sanitation and Transportation Committees this Friday at 1 p.m. to examine accessibility and the snow removal operations citywide. I encourage, if you all want to join, please tune in. It is live streamed. If you want to testify, you can sign up to testify. If you can't testify in person or remote, you can submit your testimony. And I think it's really important that we push for more accessibility and for more efficient operations. The conditions I wanted to come to the Fort Hamilton Parkway station. The conditions have been unsafe, and this is an annual problem. It's dangerous, the pedestrian footbridge by PS 130. We had two incredible volunteers from our office who did their best to clear the path at the Fort Hamilton Parkway FG station. And it really made a difference for pedestrians. We're really grateful that that community is stepping up. At the same time, I've been in close contact with the Department of Transportation, Sanitation, or Parks, because they share different jurisdictions of sidewalks and roads. We are really pushing DOT because DOT is responsible, particularly around that area, the bridges. The bridges are almost never shoveled, and they don't prioritize them. And we know that the bridges in that part of the community connect people to their homes. They need to take the bridge to get to their homes. Prospect Farm is has been finally acquired by the Parks Department, and I think we have sent over the memorandum of understanding between Parks and DOT, basically affirming that they will be working together, that DOT will conduct outreach, thoughtful outreach, when they begin the project to reconstruct the Sealy Street Bridge. I know that Tom Ngati is really happy, and I'm really looking forward to Prospect Farm's future. And then I just want to share that we're seeing movement on several longstanding safety concerns near PS 280, MS 442, and bugs. DOT cases are underway for additional red light and speed camera enforcement near the school, and also a new mobile speed camera deployment. There are near-term upgrades, bike corrals being one of them, and visibility improvements by the Greenwood Cemetery entrance are coming this spring. We intend to reconvene with members of the school community, CB7, and Assemblymember Carroll's office to continue to push and fight to improve the street safety conditions there. And then finally, just want to acknowledge and express gratitude to CB7 for always being available as a resource to community members and to our office. Thank you so much for all that you do. Back to you, Julio.
Thank you so much, Council Member. I will entertain one or two questions, and I see a question from John DeLooper. Go ahead.
All right, Council Member, thank you so much for your mention about the snow clearing and your work with the Accessibility Committee on that. I want to raise a concern that I've experienced here. As I understand it, the city's rule is that buildings have to clear 48 inches of sidewalk, but I've seen a bunch of businesses that do maybe 2 feet, or they hope that like people's feet will make enough of a path for people to get through, and that's really not adequate for a lot of people. It hasn't been as bad with today's snow, but with the last one, my in-laws who are elderly were kind of like housebound for a week because some of these places didn't clear things. And when I put in 311 tickets to sanitation, they were all closed with the conditions were not an issue. So I think that, I would encourage you in your oversight to ask them about that to see if there's any open data where we can see where they're actually ticketing. Because, for instance, with the police, right, when you put in a 311, they close the ticket and they tell you what the resolution is. Then you have open data where you can check if the vehicle was actually fined. Sanitation doesn't seem to have any way to do that. And that was really disappointing because, like I said, it was really causing a lot of issues and people really couldn't get around the way they needed to. And so I'm really glad you're taking a look at that, and I hope you can consider that in your hearing. Thank you.
Absolutely. I appreciate that, John. Because the system of the fines is complaint driven, we rely on those 311 reports. However, what's interesting is I too have been concerned about the small businesses because that is on them. You're the owner, you're responsible for whatever whatever space is allocated to you. And that hasn't been like the center of the conversation. DOT has rather sanitation has passed out over 18,000 fines to homeowners, and so that's something that there is data for. But like you, I was very concerned about our business corridors because one business would be shoveled and then another five is just an ice skating rink. And I experienced that, right by Gowanus where the Staples is. Whole Foods did their part, and then the entirety of Staples onwards to Third Avenue ice.
Thank you. We have a question from Pat.
Hi, council member. Thank you for coming. My question is, what is the date again and the time?
It's Friday, the 27th at 1 p.m.
Thank you.
And I'll drop the details
Thank you.
on
Thank
how to
you.
testify.
We have one more question from Jeremy, closing us out.
Hi. Just a quick
Hey.
question about the Prospect Farm. I know in the MOU when we were doing the rezoning, there was a couple questions. It sounds like you're saying that Tom is very happy with the outcome, but I remember there was like a couple little things in the MOU around a piece of the parcel that was owned by DOT. And I'm just curious if that got resolved because I know that that was like a sort of tricky conversation within that we had in land use that it seemed like they were, concerned about that one bit. But I'm curious if you could just send, or if the board can send the MOU so we can see sort of how things got resolved. Because there was like that one tidbit about it. They don't own one piece of the property. And concerns also too about, I think like the way in which a ramp and DOT was going to involve like accessibility, but also how they wanted to preserve like the entrance to Prospect Farm. So I was just curious about how that was resolved, or at least if we can see the MOU.
Yeah, absolutely. The MOU is definitely available. And what I'll say is nothing that I've ever received from the city agencies has ever been sufficient. And while we've pushed DOT as far as we could, we have a commitment that they will absolutely be engaging the community when the Sealy Street Bridge reconstruction project begins. That timeline isn't public yet. However, I've shared with Tom and others who have been in touch with me that irrespective of what DOT has signed, or Parks has signed, they're still not binded to do any of that. And that the community will still need to band together and show our collective force. And we can't lose Prospect Farm. But so far, between Commissioner Flynn and Commissioner Shimamura, there's agreement that the community will continue to have oversight over the farm.
Thank you so much for joining us, council member. Have a good night. So moving on to our elected officials report. If you are an elected rep, please raise your hand and we'll call on you. We'll start with Winnie from Councilmember Vilas's office, followed by Francesca.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? I don't see the option to turn my camera on, so I'm sorry about that. But I hope everybody's having a good snow day here and staying warm. Obviously, February is a very exciting month for District 38. So I want to say Happy Lunar New Year to you all, Ramadan Mubarak, and Happy Black History Month as we exit February here. A few reminders from our office. First of all, on February 27th, that is the deadline to apply for 3K and pre-K. So I'm going to send a link to remind you all that if you're interested in applying, to go there and look now. But also, if you need help, feel free at any point to reach out to our office for assistance, and we'd be happy to help you. I also wanted to talk about, in addition to Councilmember Hanif's exciting hearing on Friday, we have an immigration hearing on March 9th around a bill that Councilmember Aviles is sponsoring that would put new signage in government buildings that would inform people of their legal rights around immigration enforcement. And this would be a very exciting movement forward for our government agencies to kind of step up to the plate in a lot of ways to the exciting work that a lot of Know Your Rights organizations have been doing thus far in our community and beyond. Please, if you want to submit testimony to that, we encourage you to. As a reminder, how to testify to city council hearings. You can go to our website to learn more there, and that's March 9th at 10 a.m. Upcoming services that we want to be able to offer to you. So we have ongoing free tax services through our office. You can sign up for those through this link here. Those are happening Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays with an excellent organization called Grow Brooklyn that is helping us service and provide these free tax services to all of our constituents who need them. You can call and make an appointment or go to that link. In addition, I was going to talk as well. I know that the snow has been a big hurdle for many people in our neighborhood over the past few weeks. Continue to submit 311 snow removal claims. As Councilmember Hanif was saying, in order for us to continue to advocate that agencies follow through, it's helpful for us to have those 311 complaints. And additionally, we've been working with constituents to try to clear busy sidewalks that they have reported to 311 and work with the agencies to kind of follow up on those tickets. So please reach out to our office if you need more support on that. I wanted to mention quickly too that we're planning on hiring a new community advocate to serve some of our API populations in the district. So I'm sending out this link as more information on that job listing. And if you have more questions, please reach out to us about that. And then finally, we've now started into our budget season. The mayor has released his preliminary budget. We are obviously looking at a huge budget deficit this year due to mismanagement from our previous mayor. And so we're all trying to kind of look to next steps about what that means. As a reminder, the next step in the budget process after the preliminary budget is released by the mayor is that we're under a period of hearings through the different city council committees to hear the different parts of the budget and do that oversight. And so our office is obviously pushing for increased taxes on the wealthy through the state level, through the Fair Share Act that would allow us to raise taxes on the wealthy in New York City. But additionally, to try to support more economic redistribution within our city. And we hold true that budget equity can always be achieved through reallocating resources from bloated, harmful programs and towards the social programs that are so impactful for our neighbors. And we'll be continuing to fight for those programs and expanding those programs throughout the budget process. But please testify on the budget. If you have questions about our position on different budget aspects, please reach out to our office. And once again, the link to learn how to testify in the city council is here. And thank you all for having me tonight. I appreciate all of you being here on this cold, wintry night on Zoom.
Thank you, Winnie. And we have a question for you from Katie.
It's just to sort of ask again this issue related to 311 complaints. We were just talking about with Councilmember Hanif. So we log them and they get closed right away. I think the question is, how are you engaging with those 311 complaints? Because we're not seeing as, like, it feels a bit like, right, you like log it, it gets shut down, they don't actually go, they're not looking. So how do we know that it's working? And then I just wanted to comment that, like, this is not, ticking and writing everything down, but just like through casual observation, at least in Sunset Park, I'm noticing that it's not necessarily like the small mom and pops. It's actually a lot of the like chain businesses or the ones who are leaving stuff. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. It's not necessarily like small mom and pop shop businesses. A lot of the times it's like the big chains who are leaving stuff. And ice. But yeah, Winnie, any comment on the 311 complaints? Because it just feels like we're being told use 311, but then we use 311 and they just get closed and nothing changes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listening to this response tonight from people has been very helpful, and I've noted it down. And I think what the next step would be is, as people mentioned, in our oversight capacity, trying to bring this up to sanitation and DOT for more of a response. We've gotten movement on tickets that we followed up with on public property and sidewalks. I think there's more of a question around some of these private property that, in trying to hold them accountable to what they're required to do by law. So I think absolutely tell us if you have reported a ticket and it's closed so that we can help follow up with the agencies to the extent that we're able to. And if they are not allowing us to follow up, then I think that it continues to become a question of how do we, in our oversight capacity in hearings, ask more questions about this and continue to push for Russia. But definitely, if you're reporting tickets and they're closing them, feel free to send us an email. I'll send again our District 38 email into the chat for reference, and then we can help kind of follow up and see if what's happening there.
Thank you. And we have a question from Jerry.
Hey, I just want to add to Katie's thing, and I'll ask my question. Most of the places that don't shovel snow is actually owned by the city, or like Katie say, owned by bigger corporation and the city. So you might want to note that. But my question is about the push of taxing the rich. I know that the mayor also have a second proposal to raise property tax, right? How much is the not just Alexa, right? All the other city council, right? How are they feeling about that? That if the governor doesn't allow to tax the rich, he's going to tax homeowner like me, right? To raise my tax. Is there something that we could push back? Is the city council pushing back on that?
Yes, absolutely. We do not support taxes on homeowners. And as we mentioned in our recent newsletter from our office out, we would not be supporting that in the city council. We do support reallocating resources away from, again, harmful things and bloated, corrupt mismanagement of our services towards services that support and help working class New Yorkers. And we do not support homeowners. I can send also just our blurb from our recent newsletter for what it's worth for people to read more. It's not, it was just in our newsletter, not on a more official capacity, but would be happy to send that just for people's reference as a more long form response.
Thank you, Winnie. We have one more question from Cynthia.
Hi, Julio. Thank you. Not really a question, more of a comment. I was going to say that those 311 complaints should also be sent to our board so that we could also keep track of them. Those are the ones that people are saying are not closed or closed right away, so that we could also keep track with them and follow up with agencies because we had these discussions many, many times. And it seems like there's some improvements, but in some cases, maybe not. So I do think, in addition to sending it to the council members, they should be sent to our office so we could also do our individual follow-ups, not only as a board, but also as committee chairs. Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia, for that. Thank you so much, Winnie. Moving on to Francesca Lando from Senator Gennardis's office, followed by Alicia.
Am I? Oh, yeah, I am. Hi, everybody. Good evening. This is Francesca, Senator Gennardis's Director of Community Affairs. I just want to start off and say Happy Lunar New Year, Ramadan Mubarak, and Happy Black History Month to everybody. And a belated Valentine's Day. I hope you all had a good time, and I hope you all stayed really safe with the snow. I'm just going to echo some concerns. Obviously, I've been keeping track of 311 complaints, and we do it like by neighborhood and by block. We've noticed a huge issue similar to what Councilmember Hanif was saying with pedestrian bridges. In particular, I was dealing a lot with the one on Summit Street today, way out of Community Board 7. But if you guys have those types of concerns, please, please, please forward them to me. I'm going to leave my email in the chat, but lando@nysenate.gov. I would love to hear more from you. If you hear a dog in the background, please excuse me. A quick Planet Albany update. We are in the thick of budget season at the moment. And I just wanted to share some things since today the Tax the Rich campaign took over our capital. And Senator Gennardis actually came out with a report in January of 2025. So it's over a year old, but it's still definitely on the money with what we're looking at now. And we want to look at, there's basically $600 million a year that could be put towards childcare and transit, but we lose it every year to egregious loopholes in our state tax code. So luxury goods like yachts, racehorses, gold bars, let's tax the rich. Let's make sure that everybody is paying their fair share, and let's fix those leaks to help our neighbors. Besides that, we have some fun things coming up. I'll have flyers at the March meeting, but we're actually having the Omni Van at our district office on Carroll Street in Gowanus on Monday, March 30th. And then for the rest of tax season, I'm so sorry about the dog. For the rest of tax season, we have two offices that we're doing tax prep at. Our office has March 16th, 13th, and 20th. We have some tax preparers coming in for the whole day. They'll be at 497 Carroll Street with us, and you could sign up online with Grow Brooklyn. If you have any questions, please call our office. I'll leave the number in the chat as well. And then we're also, as always, we're doing tax prep in Bay Ridge at 8203 3rd Avenue, which is now Councilmember Santos Suoso's office. They're Mondays and Thursdays. There's still a decent amount of appointments left there, so if anybody in Sunset Park wants to head over to Bay Ridge to do their taxes, please give us a call. More than happy to help. Yeah, that's it from me. But if you guys need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. Obviously, with my new role, I'm just focusing on like fun events in the community and stuff. So if you have anything that you want to amplify, please reach out to me at any time. I would love to hear more and chat with you more. Thank you.
Thank you, Francesca. We have a hand up from Cynthia.
Yes, hi. Thanks, Francesca. I wanted to know, how is the senator holding MTA accountable? Not only have they increased the fares consistently, but there have been a lot of issues, two issues just recently in Sunset Park where the folks were pushed onto the train station, including for safety, but more or less about their spending. There seems to be like a lot of mismanagement in what it is they're spending and very little accountability for how they spend their money. And yet it's everything is tax, everything, do property taxes, increase taxes. They did congestion pricing and said they weren't going to raise the fare. They still did raise the fare. So I was just wondering what is being done to hold MTA more accountable and a little bit more transparent about how it is that they're spending their money and addressing their long-term debt to prevent future fare hikes and make the subways and buses actually safer and actually for people wanting to ride them.
Yeah, that's honestly, Cynthia, thank you for that question because it's something that's on my mind every day. funny enough, I got a constituent email this morning of a man doing drugs on the R train. And it's just, there's countless examples of we need the subway to be safer, whether you're waiting on the platform or whether you're trusting your middle and high schoolers to take the train with a group of friends to go to school in the morning. It's definitely something I can assure you we reach out to MTA HQ on a daily basis to share these types of concerns and make sure that we can hold them accountable on that end. But as far as Albany goes, as we look towards the budget process and we look towards supporting the MTA board and having more rider representation on the MTA board, we're looking forward to continuing discussions this year to keep the MTA accountable, and also make it so that it's affordable for New Yorkers. Hopefully they don't raise the fare again. I know a lot of us, it's really, really hard, and the fare cuts aren't even enough when you think about how much people make. So many New Yorkers, if they could have a reduced fare, it would really change their lives for the better, but they technically make too much, so they don't qualify for the reduced fares. Definitely a work in progress. I would love to look into it more, and I could try to update you guys in March and look into that more, of course.
Thank you so much, Francesca. Moving on to Alicia from Borough President Reynoso's office, followed by Jessica Bravo.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me right now?
Loud and clear.
Amazing. Okay, it's great to see everyone's faces, names. I am here just for this session. Miguel will be on break for a little bit. I'll be replaced by Hunter for the next few months. I have another commitment during this meeting, but great to be here. My name is Alicia. I represent the Brooklyn Borough President tonight. And yeah, happy Lunar New Year, Ramadan Mubarak. Happy Black History Month. I'm really grateful to be here today. We just last Saturday were in Sunset Park going and hosting with Uprose a community briefing on the Narrows Peaker plant site. So that was really fantastic. We also might have seen you guys at our webinar on the comprehensive plan for community board members. Thank you if you attended. One thing we're really wanting to get out is if you are on SNAP benefits, to go and make sure that you are still set to be receiving it in 2025. Trump and Congress imposed stricter work requirements for many SNAP recipients. I'm going to put more information in the chat, a number that you can call for more information, and our website with more information to really zoom in on that. But please look into that if you might be affected. We are going to host a teen summit, which is led by our very own Youth Advisory Council, a group of high schoolers who are fantastic. And we're looking out for educators, mentors, and community leaders who might be interested in submitting a workshop proposal. So if that is you or you know of any of them, please do apply by February 27th. I can also add the information in the chat. We're having a Lunar New Year celebration this Friday, so please do drop by at Borough Hall. It's at 6 p.m. We would love to have you there. Also, on March 3rd, so early next week, we are having a panel from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Borough Hall on envisioning low traffic neighborhoods. So there'll be a lot of amazing experts talking there and exploring strategies for safe, quiet, and healthy neighborhoods. We would love to see you there. There will be a hiring hall that we're doing with the Department of Aging at the Brooklyn Public Library on March 11th. They'll run from 12 to 3 p.m. And yeah, going and getting connected with a lot of great organizations that value experience and mature talent. And also, as many electives are doing, offering free tax prep. I'm echoing what other people were saying. The BP was at the Tax the Rich rally in Albany this morning and is a big proponent for that. Also alarmed with the property tax proposal, so is currently out there and advocating to go and for that alternative for funding our budget. That is all for me today. I will put all my information in the chat and also my email and phone number if you need to reach out to me for anything. I'll be in Sunset Park more frequently during Miguel's absence, so please do not hesitate if there's any questions, organizational needs, events coming up that you would like us to be there. Please do reach out. Great seeing everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. Jessica Bravo from Congressman Dan Goldman's office.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Hi everyone. This is Jessica Bravo from Rick Coleman's office. Um, Today, so I want to start by sharing with everyone that this month the congressman joined Assemblymember Martinez for a canvas session around Sunset Park in which they talked and shared know your rights information to businesses on Fifth Avenue. They spoke to business owners about their rights and in the event that ICE tries to enter their business as well, and to overall remind them that elected officials' offices are there to help. On the same note, the congressman also visited MDC earlier this month. It was the first time that he was able to conduct congressional oversight since last year. And when he was there, he was informed that individuals receive access to medical care as well as phone calls and visits from legal counsel. However, this information is very different to from like all the reports that the staff has received. We've heard of people that are being detained that are like not receiving access to medication they might need and just overall access to preventative medical care. We're the congressman is possibly exploring conducting more congressional oversight more often on MDC, just the same way as he's doing it at 290 Broadway. Um, he on changing of topic, he's also hosting a training on House appropriations on March 5th from 10 to 11 a.m., I believe. And basically the office will host a session for whoever is interested and has questions about community project funding and language and programmatic request. I believe the offices of U.S. Senator Schumer and Gillibrand are currently accepting applications. So if anybody is interested in submitting an application and are looking for a letter of support from Rep. Coleman, please let us know. You can I can share more information about and like that includes the flyer and the QR code. But you can also reach out to our Deputy Chief of Staff, John Blasco. His email address is john.blasco@mailthehouse.gov. And what else? Tomorrow, February 26th. We're going to have mobile office hours at Sunset Park from 12 to 4 p.m. Um, I don't have the address at the top of my head, but I can also share it with everybody. And again, it's from 12 to 4 p.m. in Sunset Park. Um, I believe that's all I have for now. But yeah, also happy Lunar Year, happy Black History Month, and Ramadan Mubarak to everybody.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Moving on to Sean Girl from Assemblymember Carroll's office, followed by Ray.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Great. I won't take up much of your time. I just want to bring greetings from Assemblymember Carroll. Hope that everybody got through the snow okay. And please, if there's anything that we could do to help you with any government agencies now or anytime, call us at 718-788-7221 or stop by our office during business hours, 416 7th Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. We have a good event coming up on March 5th, Thursday, March 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have the Department of Finance coming to help with lowering property taxes, tenant eligibility for scree, DRE, property value assessments, anything that homeowners or renters can do through the Department of Finance. You can come to our office and speak directly to a human being to sort that out. Call our office at that same number, 718-788-7221, to make an appointment. It's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. At the same time, the Department of the Aging is going to be at our office. And these people are very good and very sharp at connecting seniors with all city services. they really can help in ways that it's not always easy for seniors to figure out what services they're entitled to and what they can get. If you know any seniors or if you happen to be a senior, you can come to our office and take advantage of that. And thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much, Sean. Moving on to Ray Morales from Senator Chan's office. Ray? And Ray disappeared. Let's try this again. Ray? Last call. Ray Morales? Okay. Sorry we can't hear you, Ray.
How about now? How about now?
There we go. Third time's a
Oh
charm.
my
Go
God,
for
I
it.
am so sorry. You can tell that I'm challenged with technology. That's my age showing. I apologize.
No worries.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you. My name is Ray Morales, the challenged one. I represent Senator Chan's office. Again, our address is 6605 Fort Hamilton Parkway. The phone number is 718-333-0311. And my email is my last name, Morales, the symbol at nysenate.gov. I say that, and I have inserted all that information to the chat if anyone needs to reach out to our office. Our office, like all the other elected officials, is dealing with many constituent issues, especially during the snowstorm, connecting people with DOT, DSNY, you name it, we connect it. So we're here for you. We have a multilingual staff that speaks many different languages: Russian, Chinese, English, Spanish. So we're here for you. I just want to put that out there. We have a Asian Lunar New Year celebration happening this Saturday at New Utrecht High School. That's this Saturday from 10:30 to 1:30. New Utrecht High School is at 1601 80th Street. We welcome everyone to please come by and help celebrate the Lunar New Year, the year of the lion, year of the lion. We also are conducting a town hall meeting in regards to a proposed best station at 924 64th Street. It's a little out of the way from you guys, but it's still close enough. 924 64th Street. We're holding a town hall meeting just to gauge the community's feelings, if they can express any concerns, any support for the proposed best station. That's a battery energy storage system at 924 64th Street. I also just want to remind everyone that Sunday, March 8th is, oh my God, when you turn the clocks back. We have to turn our clocks forward or back at the savings time, but I think it's a good time to obviously change your batteries, but also reach out to our office. We are working together with the Red Cross and FDNY to have them not only supply a free smoke detector, but have it installed in your home for free as well. Daylight savings times. Thank you. I couldn't think of the term before. But please reach out to our office at the contact information that I left, and we can make that arrangement for you to have smoke detectors installed in your apartment or your home, absolutely free of charge. Ramadan Mubarak. Happy Purim. Happy Asian New Year, and thank you again for this opportunity to speak with you.
Thank you so much, Ray. Moving on to the chair's report, just have a couple of quick items. As mentioned earlier, we had our monthly meeting for with EDC. On top of talking about public records, we gave them feedback about having a more public-facing website. EDC also said that they will be launching a public-facing calendar of events that's a little bit more detailed and for folks to request space in their properties. They also gave us an update on their Pier 6, which is the Brooklyn Army Terminal Pier where the parking. As mentioned previously, they are looking into starting to charge parking for the pier. They were going to announce it or announce the vendor this month, but that is a little bit of there's been a bit of a delay. But they will be announcing that pretty soon. Um, they will also like to host, in terms of a couple of months ago, or maybe a year ago now at this point, EDC hosted a tour for CB7 members, their property, and they would like to host another one this coming spring as we are planning, as they are planning, and have launched a lot more of events and activities. So they would like to launch that soon. Um, Myself, Diana, Aaron, and Councilmember Aviles last month or earlier this month met with the developers of the 783 Fourth Avenue rezoning project. They provided an update on their proposal. There have been some changes that I don't quite recall off the top of my head. There is increased um, affordable units and a change in layout. There will be an upcoming land use committee meeting scheduled very soon where we will get the same presentation and give an opportunity for greater feedback from the larger community. Um, we met with Third Avenue Street Safety Partners last week. As many of know, we are launching. We are looking to do a ribbon cutting for the Third Avenue Greenway. We're just getting some preliminary ideas on what that's going to look like. Um, but we definitely want to highlight this really exciting greenway that has opened, but also bring some attention to some of the other issues we want to see changed, not just for Third Avenue, but for finishing the greenway. And lastly, next week, Wednesday, CB7 is holding a screening of the Emergent City documentary. Many board members who were on the board at that time might remember. We played a very integral role in intercity rezoning, and so we are hosting a screening and excited that Cesar, former board chair, and John Fontillas, former land use chair, along with Kelly Anderson, will be doing a short Q&A after the screening. That is next Wednesday, the 4th at 6:30. Everyone, board members will get that emailed out, the flyer emailed tomorrow. Unfortunately, we didn't get it in time to include in the newsletter. And that is it for the chair's report. I see two questions from Pat.
I have two questions for you, Julio. Number one, regarding the parking, do we know what they are going to be charging the community?
We don't. That was one of our concerns, the accessibility and fee for the parking. When they mentioned it a couple of months ago, we did ask if there could be some kind of like a resident discount program, if it can be free on certain high demand weekends. They said that all of that is going to be considered. They still don't know what that is going to look like, but they will are considering a lot of different options.
Part two to this one, did they say the hours of operation?
They did not. We can
Okay,
certainly follow up in our next meeting with that.
all right.
Julio, would it be okay if I added
Sure,
anything
please,
to the
Katie.
parking? Just really fast. I think when they brought up the parking, we said, when they talked about this being a concept that was going to be introduced to the pier, we said a lot of people go down there, they use it in different ways over the weekends. It's like a big spot, or mornings, right? And accessibility for the community. What does that mean? This is going to, have implications, repercussions for folks. We also said, have you thought about the fact that there's amenities that we need down there, right? If you guys are going to start getting income from parking, where's that money going? And are you making any investments into things like bathrooms? Because there's a ferry stop there. And then we also said, we've had requests before, not saying we don't want it in other parts, but like we've had requests for things like we want to see shared like car share and different uses. And so does it have to be for parking? So we started to like bring all these conversations up, and we didn't get to Julio's point, we haven't actually gotten any confirmation of like what would it look like for the community. is there a timeline for bathrooms, amenities? So I do think it's something we have to like keep talking to them about. And then maybe other elected officials might be interested in this issue as well.
Katie, I might add to that bathroom accessibility that it be also accessible for wheelchairs or anyone who needs it. All right. And Julio, my second question was regarding the ribbon cutting that you guys are working on. Is funding needed for this?
Uh, it's still very much in the preliminary conversations. We don't know what it's going to look like. If there's stuff that we need to purchase, I'm sure we can find a way to pay for it. But in terms of like, I we're not planning on spending $1,000. If anything, it's maybe 100 or something, if that. But I don't know what.
Who's paying?
Sorry, I my connection went out for a quick second. Can you repeat that?
Okay, can you hear me?
I can, yeah.
Okay, I said my thing is when you find out um how much, let us know who's paying, how it's being paid.
Sure.
Thank you.
Antoinette?
Hi, everyone. So I just have a comment and a question. The developers of 783 Fourth Avenue, and this is the former St. Rocco site. They actually filed their application officially at the end of January. And then, Julio, this is a question. In the spirit of transparency, I'd really like to request that detailed minutes from the meeting that you all had with the developer be shared with the board by the end of this week, even if possible. It would be really helpful to have that information well in advance of the meeting that's pending to be scheduled. And then also, will Alexa's office be attending that meeting, the upcoming meeting?
Sure. We can ask for the council member to be present at that meeting. That's certainly something we can do. I can share very like high level mini minutes from the meeting, but it was uh not an official meeting, but did send us a presentation, but that presentation will be the same that the committee will be getting when the meeting is scheduled.
And that
Sure.
presentation that was shared
That
be
the
sent to the board?
Sorry, the presentation that they share to us is the same presentation that they're going to be sharing with the land use committee meeting.
Well, that's what I'm requesting. It would be helpful to have that information prior to the meeting so that we
Absolutely.
can come prepared with questions. Can you share that information with us?
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Jerry?
Yeah, going back to the parking at the pier. Do you know when are they planning to do this?
They didn't give us a timeline, but my assumption is that they want to do it before July. That's just
So
me,
no, 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 no,
Julio,
no,
and
no.
EDC.
I think that we should either send them a letter or something like this because I'm hearing what everyone's saying and thinking about people in Sunset Park should get a discount because I know a lot of people from Sunset Park go fishing there and they drive there. And on top of that, knowing the city, they need money right now. They might just implement this overnight without even telling anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I'm suggesting is to write a letter to them, to tell them how we feel, and then keep us in the loop because it's very important.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Gladys?
Yes, hi everyone. Yeah, my question was also about the parking. I know that a lot, if not most of the workers at NYU Brooklyn park in that pier because there's really no parking there, and that even gets full that you got to find street parking depending on the time you get there. And that was my question. Are they getting any discount? Because some of them park there every single day.
Uh, that is the exact same concern we brought up to EDC, that NYU faculty and staff use the
Mhm.
pier for parking. Um, we don't know what their structure is going to look like, but we can definitely share back that feedback.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. And now I will turn it to where'd she go on my screen? Maria for a quick district manager's report.
Okay, hi everyone. I just wanted to report that since our last board meeting, our office received 8 new or renewal liquor license applications. We did not receive any cannabis applications or dining, the outdoor dining applications. We didn't receive any. Also, the comp stats were emailed along with the package that were emailed to every board member. They were sent with your email with the packages with your agenda and all the committee reports. Anyone who didn't receive it or is interested in receiving the comp set, please contact our office or email us, and we'd be more than happy to email you a copy of the comp set. Or you can just stop by our office to pick them up. That's all I have.
Thank you, Maria. Moving on to old business. Is there any old business? Is there any new business? John, go ahead.
All right. So I know that the Parks Department or Parks Committee meeting on Monday got rescheduled, and all the meeting's supposed to have a discussion about Parks's capital projects in our district. I want to encourage the committee to include a discussion about Parks's tree planting strategy and their plan for closing empty tree pits which are no longer suitable for trees. I know other boards have gotten presentations about how Parks has retooled this practice since last year. And since this is a capital project, and it wasn't in their presentation that was pre-circulated, I think that this should really be discussed so we can know that we're getting the trees that we have as compared to other districts, and that we're getting the service to close the ones that are no longer usable for tree purposes. So thank you.
Thank you so much, John. Diana Aguilar?
Sorry, could I respond to John?
Sure,
Awesome. John, so we actually have an upcoming meeting on March 9th, and they're supposed to be presenting exactly on this topic. So if you'd like to come, I really recommend you show up for that meeting.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. Any other new business? Okay. Seeing no other business on the agenda, this meeting is officially adjourned. Have a good night, everybody.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
everyone.
Good night,
Be
everyone.
safe.
Wow.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.